Hello there, thanks a lot for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and boy, it's Van Morrison and them in the summer of 1966 with a very early Bill Graham Fillmore concert poster to show you today. Well, BG-12 as it's referred to, and it was done by the Dean of Psychedelic Concert Poster Artists, Mr. Wes Wilson. Boy, Wes did 45 of Bill Graham's first 50 Fillmore concert posters, including this one, number 12. Look at these unusual colors, pink and green, on the white paper. Boy, you just don't see that at all. And Wes's lettering at the time here, early in the going, was this rounded, rolling, psychedelic lettering. But, you know, not the least bit difficult to read. You can easily make out every word. That so-called difficulty in reading would come a bit later as the artists had more and more fun. Matter of fact, Wes Wilson, just a few posters later with his Association poster, started to make things hard to read, but not yet at this stage. And a lot of fans and collectors prefer this earlier, more primitive stuff, whereas others go for the more elaborate psychedelic artwork, of course. But early in the going like this, the important thing was just get the information across and get this series rolling and selling tickets and making money. But, you know, it's kind of funny because now with the benefit of hindsight, we look back and we compare this poster to everything that came after it, don't we? We compare it to the entire body of psychedelic concert poster artwork of the 60s. But back in the spring of 1966, when this was posted, you know, the world had never seen a skull and roses or a flying eyeball or anything, so, you know, they had just been used to plain block lettering and maybe a picture of, you know, the boxing match or the concert or whatever. So at the time, this was downright revolutionary, as tame as it seems now. So to get to the lettering on here, all the words we've got at the top there, Bill Graham Presents in Dance Concert. And then them in those huge letters from Belfast, Ireland. And of course led by lead vocalist and chief songwriter Van Morrison. Since 1964, by the way, so this was, Van was with them from 64 to 66. And this was pretty much the group's last hurrah. They would break up right after this American tour. You know, the UK concert posters from especially 65 and 66 that I've seen, most of them mention Van Morrison on there. That's just what they chose to do, and maybe some song titles as well. But it's interesting how Wes Wilson on this poster chose, instead of to single out, you know, the principal member, he put Gloria on there. Oh man! And you know, that just absolutely beautifully amps up the timeliness of this concert poster for those of us nowadays. I mean, what an absolute garage band classic. My goodness, just played by everybody from the most, you know, obscure set of kids all the way up to the Doors and seemingly everybody else. Wow. Lucky for us, Wes was, the poster artist, was sort of into song titles at this phase of his career. The BG poster before this, headlining the Wailers, had a song title on there. And a couple of posters after this, the Turtles poster by Wes Wilson had It Ain't Me Babe, a hit single on there. And then later this summer, Wes put hit singles on posters by Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs and the Young Rascals. But I think that practice, you know, soon faded away when the actual artwork on a concert poster became the focal point, not so much getting words on there to, you know, punch up sales and hype the act that's going on. And then the second build on there, the new Tweedy brothers, a familiar name to collectors of Bay Area psychedelic concert posters. And below that, One Night Only in big letters. And you know, that's actually a significant phase on a Bill Graham concert poster. This was the first BG concert poster to have an act for just one night. You know, and it was also the first time that it was a weeknight, not a weekend. So those were big deals. All the preceding Bill Graham concert posters, of course we're only talking about 11 of them, because this is number 12, but anyway, they had all been for Friday and Saturday nights, and sometimes Sundays as well. So this was really an anomaly at the time. Then it says, Thursday, June 23rd, Fillmore Auditorium at Fillmore Geary in San Francisco. Admission, $2.50, and then 9 p.m. So let's go ahead and move in just a little bit closer for the smaller stuff down there at the bottom. So in a little bubble there in the lower left, you've got Wes Wilson, 66, the poster artist's credit. And then, interestingly, instead of the customary ticket locations in this poster, it says in the lower center in the green area, "Tickets at the door. We suggest you come early." Well, I don't know if that meant, only available at the door, as if this whole thing was just a big rush, or if it was just, different, unusual wording. It's hard to say in retrospect. But this is the first regular Bill Graham Fillmore poster to not have all those ticket locations in type print down at the bottom, other than BG0, by the way. And then on the white margin you do have Union logo number 72, which definitely signifies a first printing. Subsequent reprints, even the official ones, had a different number down there where the little 72 is, or else no Union bug at all. And then in the lower right corner, the icing on the cake. This poster was signed in pencil by Mr. Wes Wilson. So, as always with the Bill Graham Concert Poster Series, a smaller handbill was created for this show using the exact same Wes Wilson poster artwork, of course. And I've got a picture of it, not the actual handbill, which is convenient because I can get a little bit larger for you. But this handbill measured 5.5 by 8.5 inches, and as you can see, was just purple on white paper. And the Union logo down there, by the way, is not 72 like the poster. The first printings carried a Union logo bug number 221, again for the pre-show printings. So the band Them, instead of they, them, were spending a few weeks in America on this, their one and only United States tour, and luckily they came back to the West Coast and played the Bay Area again, played the Fillmore for that matter, a month later. And that's really nice because that gives us poster collectors and Van Morrison fans two different Wes Wilson designed Bill Graham posters to choose from. And you've certainly seen the other one. Here's a picture of it, and this one would be from July 20, get a handle on it here, July 29 and 30 of 1966, a little bit of glare on it there, with the Sons of Champlin as the opening act. So then you say to yourself, well, which of the two do you like better? Which would you rather, Well, I prefer, this one looks a little bit too modern for me or something, and this one I like the earliness, and I do love the fact that Gloria is on there, but that's just one fan's opinion, that's for sure. So, well, speaking of personal preference, sure, why not? A lot of people think you just can't beat a photograph on a concert poster. They just, they want an image of their heroes on there above everything else. So conveniently, I have something else to show you. Matter of fact, just 3 days after this show, again the early part of Them's swing through America, 3 days later, the group played Oakland, California, right across the bay. Well, with a constituency that was much more blue-collar and not San Francisco hipsters who needed a psychedelic concert poster. So what they did was the promoters created a standard boxing style window card here, as you can see, that has, yes, a photo of the band up there and also a lot more information on here as well. And let's see, while we're at it, as long as we're on the cardboard stuff here, when the band came back through in late July and did that second Fillmore poster, well, they also played Modesto, California, and here that, again, a much more blue-collar town, so once again, you have this, standard cardboard window card created and not a psychedelic concert poster. And Modesto still is, 90 miles east of San Francisco. Van Morrison's still too young to buy a beer. That's right, call him Van the Boy instead of Van the Man. He would be 21 the following month in August once he was back home. So 20-year-old Van Morrison and Them. Boy, what a treat, what a delight, and what fun. Great fun to show you this stuff. Thanks a lot for dropping by today, and we'll catch you again for something soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.